We'll be the first to admit there are plenty of great GM cars that you can get right now. Sadly, the Pontiac Solstice GXP Coupe is not one of them. For the price, it's not remarkably quick and it isn't rewarding to drive hard. But no matter what you're doing in the Solstice Coupe, it always looks great while you're doing it. On paper, the GXP version of the Pontiac Solstice seems to have the specs to accomplish some pretty amazing feats. It packs an impressive 260 horsepower from a turbocharged 2-liter Ecotec inline-4. That power runs through a 6-speed manual transmission and connects with the pavement through two 45 Z-rated performance tires mounted on 18-inch cast aluminum wheels. Point the Solstice GXP in a straight line and you get exactly what you expect. 60 miles per hour comes up in 5.5 seconds, 2 seconds quicker than a hardtop Miata. The GXP makes short work of the quarter mile too. However, these numbers don't necessarily add up to a great car. For example, the suspension feels underdamped as if it's soft enough to hit the bump stops as the car rolls through quick transitions between corners. And while the Solstice does manage a decent slalom speed, it's well off the pace set by cars like the Mazda Miata and the new Nissan Z. There's something missing with the Solstice GXP. It has much of the right hardware and turns in a few decent numbers, but the fun just isn't there. Unlike much of the competition, this Solstice lacks precision. The steering is vague and the seats are downright uncomfortable. Plus, the interior is an exercise in compromise. The same low-buck materials and odd ergonomics found in the convertible are transferred directly into the Solstice Coupe, GXP trim or not. Like the convertible, the Solstice Coupe is offered in a more affordable, less potent standard issue model. There you'll find a 173 horsepower, non-turbo 2.4-liter inline-4, but at least you still get attractive 18-inch wheels. Both versions of the coupe get the same Targa-style removable roof panel, but even this seemingly simple feature is less than perfectly executed. It's not especially easy to remove alone, and once you have that roof panel out, you cannot store it anywhere in the car. You'll have to leave it at home and hope the weather holds up. This all leads us to wonder, has anyone at GM ever driven a Miata? The Solstice Coupe also offers a little more rear cargo storage compared to the convertible, but the gain is modest at best and ultimately it still comes up short. You'll have a tough time even with weekend luggage for two. The interior and top are things we might be able to forgive on a $20,000 sporty coupe. But when you run a $30,000 tab on the GXP model, the low points and missing performance are just too much to bear. Despite the car's adequate performance numbers, there's not a lot to like about the Solstice GXP Coupe. The interior isn't comfortable, the build quality is not great, and there isn't a lot of storage space. Plus, for the $30,000 price tag on the GXP, we can't help but think there are a lot of sports coupes out there that are frankly much better.